Hello, hello, beautiful people. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I'm tuning in from Egypt, and today we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. It's been thundering all day, pretty much. This is not a normal occurrence. It's very rare that it happens, as it never rains here. But we're starting the new the winter. We're starting our winter season, so we see rain, but it's very rare that we will see thunderstorms. I took a few videos and pictures, and I'll post them later. Today's motivational Tuesday, so I wanted to make my live video to talk about building resilience in chaotic times. What is resilience? What does that mean? Well, it's being able to adapt well in adversity, during trauma, tragedy, threats, challenges, or stress. And it's basically about being able to bounce back from challenges. So a big example of that, like right now, the world is living in fear. There's a lot of fear going on in the world, and there's a lot of uncertainty. Our world as we know it is changing. The pandemic has helped in that, has pushed us through in this, and there's a lot of fear going on or surrounding this. So I wanted to give you a few pointers on 5 ways to become more resilient to these changes and everything that's happening right now in the world. So the first is letting go of fear. Because when you're living in fear, it's hard to. This is the key to change. And when we're living in fear, it stops us from actually moving forward in our life challenges. And ways to let go of fear is learning to be present in the present moment, in the now. Fear usually comes from overthinking or worrying about what's going to happen in the future, the what ifs. But when you let go of this and you start to live in the present moment, you let go of fear, because fear is no longer there if you're just living in the present moment. Like your fear, like you have to understand that your fear is the perception of your mind. It's a perception, a projection of your mind. Like the future, it hasn't happened yet. Like we don't know what's going to happen in the future. And there are daily risks every day. We risk every day by just going out to work. So anything can happen. But like when you're in a state of fear, that it stops you from actually living. And a lot of people I know are going through this right now because of all of what's going on in the world. And also know that you can't control what's happening around you. You can't. The world is going around you, but you can't control what's going to happen. You can't. You can only control what's happening inside you. And you need to identify the root cause of your fear. Like, where is it coming from? What's causing you to be fearful? You know, you can imagine the worst case scenario. You know, like it hasn't happened yet, but it is a hi Sharon. Oh, I love you from all over from Egypt, sister Sharon, and thank you for watching, Barb, and also Gayleen. How are you guys doing today? I hope everything is great. So learning to let go of your fear will help you become more resilient. Like even in the face of this chaos that's happening in the world right now, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but like, I mean, it's a very touchy subject, so I'm not going to go dive into details or anything like that. But I know a lot of people are living in fear right now, and the social distancing and everything, like the mandates, the isolation, people are losing. There's a lot of uncertainty, but the key to accepting this change is to let go of fear and learning to live your life in the present moment. Another thing is writing down your fears. If you write down your fears, it's going to help you figure out what is causing this fear. Because usually fear doesn't just come just like that. It comes from either a past trauma, or it comes from, something that happened, or, worrying about the future and things like that. So writing them down can actually help you get to the root cause and what is causing it. Another thing is embrace and master your emotions. Like, we have emotions, everybody has them, but we have not learned how to either control them or master them. So by recognizing your emotions, like the big emotions, and those are perfectly normal, that's another way to help you build resilience, when you're going through life challenges. Just let your emotions come, feel them without judgment. Just let them come, and don't put a label on them or anything like that. Just feel them and then release them. And also recognize the stories that you tell yourself. Understand that your thoughts are your core, like they're your core beliefs, or mental models. Okay, so our thoughts, the way we think, come from belief systems. Okay, either passed down by our parents, by our ancestors, by societal conditioning, and these cause limiting beliefs. And learning to recognize, these thoughts and what we're thinking, because it's just a perception. Our thoughts are just basically a perception. So like learning to recognize, like, are they negative? Are they positive? Why are they negative? Like, what's making me think that they're negative? It has to do with your mindset. So like most of us, we grow up in a fixed mindset. So, and the brain is actually biased to negativity. That's why negative emotions or negativity tends to take over. If something good is going on in our life, sometimes, something negative happens, but like we tend to focus more on the negative of the situation. So one way to do that, like to recognize them, is like you can write down your thoughts, the feelings that are attached to them, how the thoughts make you act, like, because our thoughts make us choose or make us act in certain ways, depending on what types of thoughts we have. Ask yourself how you can act differently with a different thought, for example. Like, I'll just use the example, like a lot of people are living in fear, like a lot don't even want to go outside because they're scared of getting sick. Well, a way to do that, like instead of thinking like, if you have a negative thought saying, I'll get sick if I go out, or I'll die if I catch the flu, or something like that, you can replace it with, my immune system is there to help me. It's just a flu. My body will fight it off, and things like that. Another thing is listen to your body. Be in your body, because we've been conditioned to get to have somebody tell us that we're okay. But when you start to listen to your body and you start to be in your body instead of your head, our body is talking to us all the time, but we've been conditioned to think that, okay, a doctor or somebody else can tell us if we're okay or not. But I mean, we have an intuition about ourselves. We know ourselves better than anybody. And we can tell when something is off. So we just have to listen to the cues, because we've been conditioned to go outside of ourselves to receive a diagnosis, for example, or for, like, I'm not saying doctors are bad or anything like that. You know, doctors are there and stuff like that, but like, we can still listen to what our body is saying. Because our body gives us cues all the time. You listen to your gut instinct. Another thing also that's causing a lot of fear is social media and the news and TV and newspapers and things like that. Taking a break from social media instead, and going out in nature, for example, or spending time with your family, doing something that you love, that can really help curb the fear. Because if you're always focusing on what's happening in the world, all you're going to see is negative. And that doesn't help fear, for sure. So, you know, follow your passion, take care of yourself. You know, shut out the world if you have to. I know when COVID first started, I was already at home, and when the first lockdown happened, I just took this opportunity to just, you know, spend time with my family, to go outside and really enjoy. But I know a lot of people, you know, they like it was a scary thing, and this has been going on for 2 years now. So a lot of people are like beyond the fear. It's you know, a lot of people have become, you know, anxiety has quadrupled in the last 2 years due to these lockdowns and all that, because we're human. We are made to connect with each other, and these lockdowns and this social distancing has caused a lot of fear and anxiety in people, because we've lost this sense of connection. Like, people are scared to be around people because of this pandemic that's going around. So it's really important to like when you step back and you start to, you know, look inwards in yourself, and you know, you start to notice your thoughts and all this stuff, pouring love inside your heart. You know, keep your heart and your mind open, because if you pour love inside your heart, you replace your fear with love inside your heart, fear can't thrive with love. It's going to erase that fear. You know, love. Live each day, every day as it comes, without having to worry about what's going to happen next, the what if. Radiate love, be gentle with yourself, and be also compassionate towards yourself and others. Be grateful. Gratitude is also a good way to get rid of fear. When you're grateful and you appreciate the small things in life, even though there's a lot of negativity around and stuff like that, it really helps, because, like, you know, you don't focus on just the negative or what could happen. So all of that can all be helpful in curbing fear, and it is possible. It's not easy, like, especially when you're in a certain kind of mindset, or a fixed mindset, and, you know, you're really scared of what's going to happen. But with practice, like, if you replace your negative thoughts with positive ones, and appreciate the small things, practice gratitude, and, you know, just living in the present moment, there's not going to be any fear at all. So I used to be fearful. I used to, you know, and sometimes you have to take risks in life. You have to. I'm a good example of that, because last year we moved from Canada to Egypt due to the mandates. I didn't know what was going to happen. I had no idea. It was a stressful time. after our rental house sold, and landlords asking for proof. And anyway, it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it here, but I took a leap of faith. You know, I could have chosen to not come to Egypt, and I didn't know what was going to happen on the other side. But now that I'm here, I can, you know, I can see. So sometimes you just have to take risks. You have to, without worrying about what's going to happen. So those are all ways that that can help build resilience in chaotic times. And it can also help, you know, curb fear. So I hope that these tips help you, and that they were valuable for you. And if you're watching the replay, just press replay, and yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, hi Chantal. Hi Marge. I'm not sure if there's any comments or not. I don't see any at the moment, but if you've commented and I didn't see it, I'll make sure to reply to them after. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you feel that this video or my live would help anyone, please feel free to share. You know, sharing is caring, and if it can help somebody, that'll make my day. So you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Lots of love from me to you in Egypt, and you have an amazing day, everybody. Bye.